Wow, Gemini, Spirit has a lot of information for you at this time. So I'll get into it in just a second, but let me start by saying that this is a collective reading for the Gemini collective, and so as such, it will not resonate with each and every person watching the video. So please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. Also be aware that this is a timeless video, and so if you see it long after it was created, that's just fine. The main thing is if Spirit has given you an intuitive nudge to watch a video, then there's a message in that for you. So let me go ahead and get started, Gemini. Again, most interesting. The kind of a central theme I see, again, some kind of a partnership, and I don't know, you can always flip the roles. If it seems like you're resonating more with this side than this side, that's okay to switch. But the central theme I see here is it looks like someone had to make a decision about an offer. They decided that they were going to basically just kind of give in and walk away from it. I see that the tide is starting to turn and someone is beginning to gain interest in this situation. It is someone from their past that they have some fond memories with that they, feel like is a good person. Someone who has is highly esteemed in the community, if you will, a person of high honor. Uh, but I see also that there was Three of Wands in reverse, an Ace of Cup in reverse, and Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So at one time, like I said, I believe when this person rejected you or you rejected them, everything kind of came to a halt. There was no further movement. There was no work put into the relationship. It seemed kind of dead in the water. Now we have Temperance in reverse here on top of the World, which is on its side. And then we also have the Tower here. Now, we have a second clarifier here that also refers to a tower. So what I say about the tower is, Gemini, don't be afraid of a tower. The tower is basically the universe trying to nudge us in a direction, and sometimes it takes us a lot to wake us up, myself included. Let me put me at the first of the line. So if we aren't listening, then Spirit says, okay, I'm going to have to bring your attention to this situation that needs to be corrected for your betterment. So that's really what towers to me are. So I believe this tower, though, is going to be in the relatively near future. Even though it has not started yet, I think it will be forthcoming. Now, I think also, too, you're going to surprise this person, I think, that had rejected you, or vice versa. You're going to surprise them with an offer to go on a trip, possibly a trip to like an exotic land way long from where you live, maybe halfway around the world. And I think it's going to catch this person off guard and kind of put them a little bit off balance. And they're not quite going to be sure what to do at that point. They are going to get clarity, though, because the moon is in reverse. And so whatever clarity they're needing in order to make the decision with that offer, it will come. It's just not here right now. And then it looks like somebody was trying to go to a place with less, a place where there is less strife. Okay. And so, but that's in reverse too. So, like I said, there's some kind of a blockage. I think judgment was also given, with respect to, a person's part in this situation. And someone was living in lack, and I think they're beginning to change their attitude and come out of this attitude of lack. They're beginning to go, you know what? I do have a lot of possibilities. I can have that happy home. So they're seeing things through a different set of eyes. Possibly someone even involved in the music industry, because I have a clarifier here about vibes. I have a music symbol. So possibly someone looking at possibilities. I don't know, maybe even a recording studio. Who knows? That would lead to this happy home. There's many different interpretations depending on the energies that come in of these cards. But the main theme again is I believe that someone rejected someone. Someone is wanting to come back, possibly offer a trip. They're trying to manifest this relationship. They're trying to kind of breathe some life back into it. And I see that someone has put down, they're beginning to work through some pain they've gone through over a betrayal. They are, beginning to see things from a different perspective. But I think that they're not quite confident that they're going to be able to pull this new offer off. I do see that they're maintaining balance, but I just think it's really hard. I think there's some internal strife. that they're kind of going back and forth and feeling like they can't make this happen. They want this Ten of Cups, or you want this Ten of Cups really badly. Now, I do have good fortune on top of the Ten of Cups, and I have the Ten of Cups here 2 different times, once in a clarifier and once with tarot. So I do see that there is going to be some kind of ultimate fulfillment when it comes to a relationship. Also, because someone is putting down their baggage. The Nine of Wands in reverse is wonderful. Here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse and Death. And to me, what that means is someone is putting to rest their nightmares and their fears. And their pathway is being shown. Gemini, your pathway is being shown. You're going to have to look for the signs, but the signs are there. So be observant, and you're going to see where Spirit is wanting you to proceed at this point. Now, I do see that there may be, again, this person that had rejected you. I believe there was kind of some very cutting words and some hurtful things that were said at the time. You know, they were in their emotion, and then they chose to just say, look, I'm just going to walk away from this. And, you know, because they felt like it wasn't reciprocal. That seems to be one of the main themes as far as why they were unhappy. But again, I do see you or your person returning. Here's the Ten of Cups again, because someone is seeing something different. Something has been illuminated. Something has been illuminated. And I think that this forward movement is going to happen in the very near future. Now, I have the Hermit in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Cups upright. And for clarifiers, I have the Sun. This is very interesting. By the Hermit in reverse, I have the Sun. I have the Hermit. So that's a second Hermit card. Only one's upright, one isn't. And then I have the Moon, a second Moon card. So there have been some hidden things too, Gemini, that have, I think, muddied the waters, that have made it difficult for you to make this decision, you or your person. But clarity is coming because we have the Sun here. And we also have the Hermit. Even though it's a limited amount of light, there is still light that's being illuminated on something. You know, and even though with the Moon, it is a little, and you do have to be careful. When you see the Moon upright, always be careful, Gemini, because the Moon is an illusion often. And so you really have to be grounded, and you have to know what you're seeing during times like that. Now, I do see that there's possibly a Sagittarius that has some kind of an expectation. So it could be that the person of your interest, Gemini, is a Sagittarius. I do see that karma and the Wheel of Fortune are playing out in this situation. I do believe you or your person is going to want to take a risk. And I think it involves this Queen of Wands. So yeah, this would make sense with the Sag here. So or Leo. We've got Leo, Sag, we've got Queen of Wands. And this is good fortune with the Seahorse here. Now, somebody, because they are stuck in their mentality and they're unable to get out of their thoughts, this is affecting their health. So Gemini, if this is you or your person, you really, really need to stop going through analysis paralysis, because it is going to start to affect your health if you're not careful. Spirit's also saying that there is something that you need to look a little bit deeper at. The Sun is going to illuminate it, but you're going to need to look deeper about something to get some clarity. There's also somewhere, not for all of you, a younger man that's involved in some situation, again, where you're going to be getting clarity. And I think it's just about time, whatever this situation is with this younger man, it's also about time for it to take place. And I believe this is someone that you can read this person like a book. So beyond that, you'll have to see how that resonates with you. But I do see that there's a person who has kind of a prickly personality, that there may have been some venture that you wanted to go in with them, but it's saying never going to happen. Also beware, there is a 911 card out here. So it's possible that maybe this ill health here may require, a visit to the hospital where, you're having to lose a little bit of money. But I do see the Sun here, so that if that does happen, and I hope it does not for any of you, but if you do end up having to go to the hospital, I do see that the Sun, you're going to regain your health. It's just you're kind of low right now, and it could be because too much stress. But again, this person that you have the Ten of Cups with, I do see shared values. And prior to this, you notice what we have here. Rejection is God's protection. So by this rejection, at least the way the situation was at that time, it just wasn't right. And so God is saying, not at that time. Now, I do also, these two cards showed up. This is gift and unexpected income, showed up on top of announcement. So it's very possible, Gemini, that you're going to be having some kind of an announcement about a gift or some kind of income that's been received. There's going to be something involving family matters. It may be this Ten of Cups situation where you're getting together with family, but there's some that have a situation that it's saying time to get out of the situation because someone is behaving stupidly. So it may be that they decide to get out of that situation, during the dark of the night, because again, we have the symbol for the moon as a clarifier. So, and we have it here, but here I think it's with respect to surprising someone about a trip. But we do have, saying getting out of a situation, and this can also imply kind of sneakily getting out of a situation. But there will be an announcement. A spirit is saying it is time to act, Gemini. It's time to act. And it's saying that persevere and you're going to overcome any problems that you have. And you're going to get love, Gemini. And you're also going to have plenty of material things. Now, the last two clarifiers I have here are we have the world and we have artistry. So I believe that many Geminis are going to, maybe this is what the unexpected income and gift is with this announcement, that you kind of come into prominence, because to me, that's what that means. Again, you're going to be involved with a kindred spirit. Here we go. Expression. I think Spirit is saying that it's really important, Gemini, that you start being your authentic self, that you find your form of self-expression, because it may lead to something very, very lucrative. Again, it will require you kind of, cleaning some things out and, trying to have positive thoughts. But yeah, I just think this is a really fascinating read. Again, karma, wheel of fortune's involved. You're getting over heartache. Somebody's going to make an offer, a beautiful offer with an Ace of Pentacles upright. This Queen of Wands, either to or from. This is an excellent read, Gemini. A great way to start the weekend. So